This is Jamie with Heal Thy Heart. We are here today with one of our beautiful integration coaches, Francisca. We just want to take this opportunity and let you get to know her for a few minutes before you meet her at our retreats and before you get a chance to work with her, to give you an idea of what she's all about. So I'm going to grill her now. Francisca, tell us what it was that initially brought you to plant medicine.
I would say, honestly, probably a crippling and debilitating depression. I feel like probably there's two ways that people come to the medicine. Either they're extremely depressed or they're in need of elevation, you know? And I think there's that desperation that you want something to change and you're not quite sure of how to make that happen, because practically and cognitively you can try to implement these changes, but there's something that's deeper, that's unknown, you know, that sometimes keeps you trapped in a cycle. And I came looking for that release. I came looking for something bigger than what I could find in Western medicine, in even talk therapy, which I'm a massive advocate of, because I felt that there was, something deeper that needed to be discovered.
Great. I think that's a perfect way to put it, right? Well, really, I think that through depression as well, so I can completely understand that. So, going from doing medicine and then moving into integration coaching, what was it that called you to that, like, coaching? I want to help people bring them through this, right?
Yeah. So I think naturally I'm a very nosy person. I'm like the person who's consistently trying not to snoop through someone's phone when it's left open on the table. That's me all day long. But I think that underneath that's bolstered by just a real strong desire to want to know people, to really understand kind of at the core what makes everybody tick, what's everybody's foundation, you know, the fundamental psyche behind people. Because I think that underneath all the different experiences and the different wording, the different semantics that we use to describe our feelings, they're really one in the same thing. And what I've experienced, I can empathize with what you've experienced. And I think within that there's like real connection. So I have a real strong desire to really understand people and to help people to understand themselves, because I feel like that's the way that we can connect back to ourselves, it's the way we can connect to source, it's the way that we can connect to one another. There's so much division in the world, and there's so much pigeonholing, you know, people are put into different categories, and through that there's just a lot of division. And I feel like if people can understand themselves on a deeper level and really understand kind of what's the derivative and the origins of those feelings, then not only does that help them, but it helps them to identify with others and realize that we are all the same, we are all part of the same consciousness.
Yeah, I agree. Support, right? Support to make it through. Beautiful. Francisca is part of our coaching team, so she's one of our 3 coaches. And can you just kind of tell us, like, what is your real area of expertise? Like, when working with clients, you know, what would you really want to focus on with people?
Yeah. So I think having I'm integrated practitioner. I have a background of over a decade in working with children and families, and now experience as a person-centered Nigerian therapist. I think my expertise really is about people learning to be able to discuss and explore difficult topics within themselves, you know, to understand the meaning behind things. A lot of the time when you take medicine, it's esoteric, you know, there's not a lot of understanding as to what the association is, and sometimes it helps to have somebody who can facilitate you to be able to have a relationship with yourself so that you can begin to start delving into those things. So I'm more about understanding the person so that that person can understand how they fit within their own world and then within our world.
Nice. Okay, so really a question I love to ask is just for you to kind of tell us, what do you consider to be your strength or like your favorite part of coaching?
Yeah. I think that expertise is a word that a lot of people use to differentiate, you know, coach from person, but I really think that my strength is in understanding and promoting that the expertise is within yourself, you know, and helping people to find that as an expert.
Potential, right?
Yeah, because I believe that everybody has the potential to grow, to heal themselves, to reach whatever heights they want to, and that's all within you. I mean, I would say probably an area that is not one of my strengths. I'm not particularly strategic. I don't really make plans. I'm not that kind of coach to say, right, here's a smart plan, you know, or to help you with your business or anything like that. That's not.
Yeah, you're not the financial planner of the integration coaching world, right?
Or life, generally.
Yes, and you know, one of the things we are doing here at Heal Thy Heart is we're going to have a team of coaches. So there's going to be Francisca, and then there's going to be Corinne, and then there's going to be Aaliyah, and we're going to go from there, and they're all going to offer something different that maybe you resonate with, which is part of why we're doing this, right? It's all about taking care of all of us as a whole. Okay, so last question for you. Last question is, what do you think, and this is for our first timers doing medicine, just what do you feel like is maybe your most challenging when you go back home after doing plant medicine? What is it that you found?
I think that trying to reconcile all of the different experiences that you've had, some of which can be completely out of body, some of which can be really into the depths of your psyche, trying to reconcile that within yourself when you go home and make meaning of it, whilst returning to a world that hasn't changed, where you feel that you've changed. Trying to implement that is so difficult, and I think trying to maintain that and have consistency while maintaining your own mental health and that being stable, whilst trying to process everything that you've experienced, which can be out of this world, is really difficult. It can be difficult. And that's why support is needed.
Yeah, support's crucial, right? Especially right now. And that's one of the things we're doing here at Heal Thy Heart is we are putting together a team of coaches to offer the support that you're going to need. And it's really our niche. That's really where our heart is to make sure that, yeah, anyone can go do plant medicine and you can go sit in ceremony anywhere, right? But it's what's going to happen when you get home. You know, who's going to be there when you get home that's going to understand and comprehend and support you through it. Yeah. So that's what we're here for. That's what we're trying to build together as a team. That's what we are building together as a team. It's a better way to word it, right? Mm-hmm. Thank you for checking out Francisca's video, and we look forward to seeing you in our retreats.